With a yo-ho-ho, it's Tale of the Toaster. Welcome to my second Let's Play, Robot Wars Metal Mayhem, a Game Boy Color game, and right off the bat we've already got 6 options. An options menu, which I'll cover later, restore game, which obviously deletes all of your data. I'm not going to be showing that off, I don't think. Warzone, which is the main mode of this game, defeat 8 robots in a row, or it might be 7. And then Feel Happy, Grudge Match, play as any robot you want, fight any robot you want, Trials, yeah, we'll show all that off later, and Robot Workshop. I don't know what that green bug thing is bouncing along the bottom. I've got no idea, but let's jump straight into the main mode of the game, Warzone. So, right off the bat we've got all these robots to choose from. I'm going to choose X-Terminator, and I'm going to explain every robot when we battle them. And I wasn't expecting to get Crash and Nasher this early, but take a look at this artwork. It's, as you can see, a blue shark with a circular saw on the front. Yeah, I was hoping to save this one for later, because look at it now! It's gone from being a blue shark with a circular saw on the front to this purple mouse, which attacks you by having its tail come over its head and whip you with it. Crash and Ash is also by far the smallest robot in the game. But indeed, like, how can you change that much? Shouldn't even have bothered putting Crash and Nasher in the game in the first place, because one criticism people have about this game is that this game was based off of Series 3 of Robot Wars, yet it failed to feature a lot of the robots that did well in Series 3, and likewise it features a lot of robots that did very badly in Series 3. I'm not going to specify who's who in case any of my viewers ever want to watch Robot Wars. You really should, I recommend it so much, it's my favourite TV show. Now's actually a pretty appropriate time to LP it, because after 10 years, the German series of Robot Wars has finally been uploaded to the internet. That made me a very happy bunny, but yeah, let's talk about the hazards in the arena. So, in each corner, you can see a yellow and black imprint, each with a robot inside them. That particular one is Sergeant Bash, and these are called house robots. In this game and in the TV show, if one robot could push another robot into a corner patrol zone, as they were called, then the house robot in that corner patrol zone would beat the robot up for you. That one's Sergeant Bash, which I just showed. In the show he had a flamethrower, as well as moving pincers at the front and an inactive circular saw at the back. But robots can only have one weapon in this game, so he just has the pincers, because they're easier to render on a Game Boy Color than a flamethrower. So yeah, we're facing Millianbug at the moment. That didn't actually have a moving weapon in Series 3 of Robot Wars, or any series of Robot Wars. The spikes on the front didn't move, but every robot in this game gets a moving weapon, and that's the moving weapon that Millianbug gets. X-Terminator is the robot I'm using, and in Series 3, which this game's based off, as I said, X-Terminator was actually red. It was in Series 4 that a robot called X-Terminator 2 was silver. This X-Terminator seems to be based off the Series 4 version. Don't know why that is, but oh well. X-Terminator is probably my favourite robot to use in this game. So, talk about other house robots then. Yeah, that pink one in this corner is called Dead Metal. It wasn't pink in the TV show, so I don't honestly know why it's pink here. It was just basic silver. But yeah, it had pincers to grab a robot and then a circular saw to take chunks out of them. But, as I said before, you can only have one weapon in this game, so it just has the pincers. So, this hazard in the centre of the arena is the most pivotal hazard of them all. The one you'll be using by far the most in Warzone mode, the Flame Pit. Because as you can see, I'm trying to damage my opponents as much as possible by just using my weapon, and look how much damage a strike from my weapon does. Yeah, it only does that much damage with one hit, so obviously it would take a while to defeat a robot manually. I might still try to do it here with Panic Attack. Panic Attack's the most appropriate robot to do it with, because X-Terminator had a famous rivalry with Panic Attack on Robot Wars. But yeah, I'll have a little chat about Panic Attack's weapons, why not? It's got a set of lifting spikes on the front. Well, at least it had lifting spikes in the TV show. There's one problem with this game. Robots with flippers and lifters, they would, obviously in the show, get underneath a robot and flip it over or lift it up. But nothing does that in this game. Instead, flippers and lifters just constantly damage you. It's a bit weird. This little fan on the arena floor doesn't actually do anything as far as I'm aware. It's just for aesthetics. So, that hazard there is the pit. If a robot drives in it, it's instant death, and Panic Attack for some reason has just gone to fight Sergeant Bash. And it's gonna get knocked out right now. That was a bit of poor driving from the Panic Attack team. And yet Panic Attack was renowned as one of the best drivers in Robot Wars. But oh well. See, I never talked about this house robot in the top right while Panic Attack was getting mauled by her. Yeah, that's Matilda. She's got lifting tusks on the front and a chainsaw on the back, but of course only the lifting tusks were in this game. So anyways, back to talking about the pit. Yeah, if you can get a robot down there, it's instant defeat for that robot. But it's pretty hard to do so because the AI knows how to avoid it, and every robot in this game has the same level of pushing power, so you can't really overpower them and get them into the pit. It's just a bit of a stalemate. So I don't tend to rely on it much. Yeah, they don't have the AI. They do have the AI to avoid the pit, but they don't have the AI to avoid the flame pit. They'll just drive over it. That's why it's so much more effective. These are the arena spikes. The only way to flip a robot in this game is by using the arena spikes. If you can keep a robot over the arena spikes like I just did, it will eventually flip them over, just like it did in the show. Although, nobody really liked the arena spikes in the show. It took out a lot of robots people liked quite unfairly. But yeah, it is an instant KO hazard in this game. A few robots in the show could actually right themselves if they were flipped over by using their own, what's called a Shreemech. But no robots in this game have a Shreemech. If they're flipped over by the arena spike, they are done for. And every robot is done for if they go over the flame pit, because it's ridiculously overpowered, and now it just built a burnt Sir Killalot to a crisp. Purple Predator, I'll talk about for a bit. In the show, it had a flipper, but it was way too far off the ground to be useful. And in this game, it seems to function more like a hammer or an axe, because it comes all the way over. And same with Firestorm, that had a lifting arm, or a flipping arm in the show, but in this game, because flippers can't flip robots, it just works more like an axe. So Killalot is another one of those robots which didn't have a moving weapon in the show, just a static spike, but the spike comes in and out in this game. So yeah, Firestorm, one of the more detailed sprites in this game, I would say. It's probably my second favourite robot to use after X-Terminator. I haven't... You know, I've used the first two house robots, Sergeant Bash and Matilda. Oh, no, I'm not going to try and use Sir Killalot, apparently. The arena spike's just going to flip Firestorm instead. So, Terminal Ferocity. Terminal Ferocity. I'll also talk about these chainsaws on the wall. Obviously, drive into them, you'll take damage. Seems pretty basic knowledge, really. But it's interesting that they put chainsaws on the wall, because the TV show never did that. Whatever, Terminal Ferocity looks rather like an army tank in this game. Wonder if I can trick it into the pit. Is it gonna go? No, it's got brains. But I can trick it over the flame pit, as I've said before, and I did exactly that, and it's still alive. Oh, it's having a bit of attack with its chainsaw here. Oh, come on, my axe clearly hit there. Come on. Oh, fine, the flame pit did it instead. Wanted to deal the final hit with my axe, but never mind. So yeah, some people have also complained about the controls in this game. They are somewhat awkward, like sometimes when you're trying to turn, you'll do so by about 5 degrees, and then sometimes when you turn you'll do so by about 720 degrees. But you get used to the controls, so I think it's okay. Terminal Velocity's weapon, as I've mentioned in passing, is a chainsaw, and it seems to be quite a weak chainsaw, to be honest. So, Terminal Velocity's not much of a threat. Can we try and get it over the flame pit? Or I'll just axe away at it. Wait, my axe isn't working. Fine, let's try and get it into dead metal or something. It was fabulously pink for this game, even though it's not normally pink. I am actually out pushing it here. Oh, it backed away. Come on, get into dead metal's corner patrol zone. I want to showcase it. No, is it not gonna happen? It's not gonna happen. Fine, back to the flame pit tactic. Come on, burn it quickly because it's actually damaging me here. Oh, come on, that's all the damage you took from the flame pit. There we go. Now it's been burnt. So yeah, some people even complain about the graphics in this game, because if you look at the detail of this model here and then look at the sprites, it is comparatively primitive. But anyways, Pussycat. I want to talk about this one. Look at this. It's clearly got a circular saw on the front. It's quite visible to tell that, obviously, it's got a circular saw. You'd think it would use a circular saw as its means of attack. And maybe it does, but to me, this doesn't look like a circular saw that it uses. Come on, fire it at me, I want to see. No, don't burn, I need you to use your weapon. Come on, I've got to show off what I'm talking about. Fine, don't even turn, just take a few hits so that I can show you. The Pussycat doesn't seem to use a circular saw. Oh. Okay, it looks more like a circular saw right now. I swear when I was doing practice runs, it seemed to come out like a spike. No, that is more like a circular saw now, so I take back everything I said. Don't you hate... That looks more like a spike there, where it looked a bit thicker. But yeah, I suppose it is a circular saw. This is the first robot we've actually faced with a circular saw. Works the same as a chainsaw. You don't actually have to hold down the attack button to use it, it's just automatic. Drive into a robot, you'll damage them, but we won Warzone mode, so hooray! Congratulations, X-Terminator! Let me get a trophy. So now I'm going to use the other modes in this game to try and show off every other robot in the game. I think there'll be like 1 or 2 robots that don't end up getting used. But let's just quickly show off Grudge Match mode.